What's up? Hey, Lily.
Hi.
Welcome back. Hey, everybody in the chat. I'm really excited for tonight because we didn't do Jersey last week. And last week's episode was better, so I'm kind of upset we didn't do it. We could kind of talk about it real quickly and touch on it, but it is what it is. Let me say hi to everybody real quick. All 34 of you, and then we'll start. My lowest rated YouTube lives ever, Housewives, but I like it because it's relaxing. Well, welcome to being a member first.
Oh, yes.
Hey, Michelle.
What am I, a low hag or something? It said, what am I, a low
Junior.
Okay, junior hag.
Let's see. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Rhodey. Hey, oh, Diamond Girl. What's up? Brandy, what's up? Kelly all day. Hello. Franca. Beverly Martin. Is it MC Mejos? I don't think it's Majos. Payne, what's up? Barbie. Maria. TT. Haint. Sarah Z. Denise. Quiet Bitch. Ruth Ann. Andrea and Cassie for now.
Shout out to
Perfectly Imperfect.
She just started watching. Hi, Brandy. I saw her in here earlier.
Oh, hey, Brenda. Hey, Catherine. Wait, what are you saying?
Brandy.
Wait, Brandy who?
Sorry, my friend Brandy just started watching the other night, and she loves your show, so I was just saying hi to her.
Hi, Brandy. Hey, Sheila. All right, so let's get into it. Oh my God! Sorry for running late, but watch what happens live. Usually, I don't watch what happens live unless there's somebody interesting on it. And I was actually watching for Lonnie because I love her. Mm-hmm. So that's Huba part. Well, we'll get into it afterwards. That was one of the best watch what happens live ever, though.
I didn't even see it because I didn't watch any of it.
It was good. Watch it later. Hey, Sweets and Beyond. Oh, Sweets and Beyond. I have a nice thing to say about Gia tonight, so you're going to be happy with me. Hey, Pinky. Me and Sweets always go back and forth about Gia, but I'm on Gia's side tonight, finally. So let's start it and let's get into it. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. There we go.
Yes, he's fabulous, and he's on the inside scoop.
Ooh, look at that.
Wow, I had not seen that. That's you with Margaret and Teresa.
That's my girl.
Wow.
I told you. What do you think I was lying? That's my girl.
Wow.
Hey, Nuts and Board. I have to play the Nuts and Board. Hold on. Oh, nope. Oh, that was loud. That was right in my ear. That's what happened. Hey, honey. All right, so I didn't take notes on last week's episode, but was that the one when Melissa charged Jennifer, or was that 2 weeks ago?
They almost got into a fight because Jennifer is talking crap about Joe Gorga. I need to get more involved on Twitter because apparently they're very active on Twitter, and I miss all this the fighting they do on Twitter.
Oh yeah, they all live tweet during the show, and then they get into it. But then it's funny. Most of the housewives will only use Twitter when their seasons are on, and then they revert back to IG. But they do a lot of crosstalk on IG too. So this episode, what are we working with? I have 4 pages of notes. So they are all at so it's a continuation of the men at dinner.
Why is this show becoming so much about the men?
What does it say? What does that say?
And it seems a little.
Look, what does that say? Too much men, there.
They're forced, and it seems to chuckity chuck. They're very scripted and very forced, and I don't like.
At first, I liked because Jersey is unique, and it's really the only franchise that the men have this big of a part on. Mm-hmm. We were watching OC, and then you see Terry DeBro out to dinner with the other guys, and I'm like, there is absolutely no charisma between any of them. But Jersey's different. It's the men have a big part, and I liked it. But now it's it's too much.
Can I say something about one of the men?
Yeah, go ahead.
If that nasty, sexist pig of a man,
Oh, Jim.
Joe Gorga, if he ever built something and came home and ogled my body and just looked at me like he looked at Melissa, I would just have to shove my breast in that nasty.
So would Cody. Cody's like got a tongue out every time he sees Joe. And
There is something about Joe Gorga that he's just a nasty man.
You know, I wouldn't kick Evan out of bed. Just saying.
Evan's hot too. Yeah. But there's just something about Joe Gorga where I'm very jealous of Melissa. Her life seems very perfect to me.
And I think that's why Teresa hates her so much. But, you know, it is what it is.
Unfortunately, they both want to be married to Joe Gorga.
Yeah, I think that Teresa really wished she could have married her brother, and then her life would have been perfect. Let's see what's going on in the chat. This episode, it was boring. It was like a filler episode. But there's still a spinoff. I don't know how they could have a spinoff without showing like all the women. You know what I mean? If their spinoff would include, it would be like 2 versions of the same show.
Remember when they tried to do that thing and people threw a fit because it was like Real Men Watch Bravo or something, and it was supposed to be, I can't remember, the guy that's married to Rebecca Romaine, Jerry O'Connell, and somebody else, and then it was, it's too forced with the men. I wouldn't watch a show just about the men, I think, unless it was that nasty man, Joe Gorga.
Just nasty Joe. Just nasty Tarzan. Yeah, what was the thing you just said beforehand about just one sentence before? I had a good point and I forgot what you said.
About the men or Joe Gorga.
It'll come back to me.
Okay.
It's too much men. You know, on Twitter, I don't know. I saw a tweet last night where they had the airtime of every cast member on Jersey. It was Jennifer, Dolores, and Joe Gorga had the most airtime on like last week's episode. Jackie was in like with like 12 minutes each. Jackie coming in with 1 minute and 10 seconds. Gia had more airtime than Jackie with like 1 minute and 30 seconds. It's weird.
It's just kind of like, hi, I'm Jackie. I want a salad.
I do love Jackie, though. I know a lot of people don't like. No, it's fine. No, it's good. We're not supposed to like all the same people, so it's fine.
I didn't have anything. I'm not super interested, that might change. Like my opinions, I have a lot of opinions on this cast. I'm sorry, I'm excited.
Well, Jackie's been like kind of. She's almost like she should almost be like a friend of at this point because it's really not. Like last season, she had the whole thing with Teresa and Evan, so that was like a storyline. But this season, it's like, so far. But the season's still new. You know, we have more time. Let's see. So we're back to the boys' dinner. That's how we start. And Bill storms off after Evan says, "Well, your wife is up to no good," which Evan was right. Bill storms off. Then in comes Louie.
Do you think men would really have this conversation where one man storms off and also Bill, I feel like, is a little bit like, yes, queen with Jennifer and stuff. Like he's a little bit sassy, so maybe he would storm off.
Oh yeah, like Evan's my favorite husband. I know you all like Joe, but like I'd pick Evan out of the mix. Because Joe's also very into himself and Evan's not. Like Joe's like, yeah, I know, I'm like amazing. Evan's a little bit more humble for me.
Man.
I did live tweet during the show. I just did. Look at my Twitter. Everybody follow me on Twitter, JohnnyH327. I was live tweeting the whole time. So out comes Bill. In comes crazy Louie. Ready for winter. With his
I've not seen the video. Have you seen the video? I've looked.
Oh, I played it on our first. I could play it now. I still have it up here. You want to see it?
I'd love to see it. Yeah. I looked for it and couldn't find it.
I have it. I played it on the very first recap of. I don't know if I took it down or not.
I see this.
I'm afraid I don't know what this says. It says I put it as yikes. I don't know what's going to come up. Nope, that's Paul. I had it up here. I played it. I don't know what I did with it. All right, go look at my first recap of New Jersey on my YouTube. It's up there. We played it the very first episode. it was weird. He's like they said, he's standing in front of a bunch of like half naked guys on the beach, and it's definitely weird. It's definitely weird.
He looks a little weird to me. Like he just looks. I want Teresa to have a win. I feel like Teresa has evolved a lot. Like, because I didn't watch Jersey at first. I streamed a lot of the first episodes until a couple of years ago, and then started watching it currently. And she has evolved so much. And I want her to have a win. I don't know that Louie's it. I want her to have a win.
I think he's always so red because he's got like the acorns that he's storing for winter, so he's got, and he's getting all the work done and the Botox and this and that.
He's obviously having microdermabrasion. He's very shiny.
So in comes Louie, or already 11 minutes in, we're like 1 minute into the show. And then all the men are like, talking about his lies, or whatever he's about. And then he comes in and Tiki Barber, good old Tiki, says, well, can we, and Louie's like, ask me anything. I'm an open book, blah, 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 blah. And Tiki's like, all right, well, tell us about, the physical stuff that you're being accused of by your exes and whatever. And what did he say? And at the same time, as soon as Trey gets there, as soon as Louie gets there, Trey's on the phone calling him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how's everything? Louie, how's everything going? Are the guys being nice to you?
They're making the men look like a bunch of, can I say, gossipy bees. Like, they're just like, they're kind of cutting their balls off, like making it sound like they gossip like a bunch of chickens all the time.
Sorry, I think I'm using too much Wi-Fi. I had to shut my TV off because someone said I was breaking up a little. Yeah, so guys, leave Louie alone. I'm the public figure, not him. And you tell him that I'm gonna kick my brother's ass if you don't take care of him. So okay. So then Tiki goes in, and then Louie's like, oh no, it's just crazy. I had a couple of crazy relationships, and they're all making it up, and they got an axe to grind against me, and this, that, and the other. But in that video was to, like, I guess one of those crazy exes.
So, did you see the thing where his ex supposedly was doing like a run for domestic violence or something and posted about it?
No, I didn't.
She didn't say it was specifically about him, but it was some sort of run for like abused women or something. So people are assuming that he abused her, but she, to my knowledge,
remember Margaret was saying, guys, I looked up that camp, and this is a place to go when you get a little handsy with your girl, and they take you there, and they have the men beat the shit out of you, and it's fabulous. They just rewire your brain, okay?
Margaret's probably done. I can see her going to those things, and that's amazing.
That's the place he went to, I guess, to get his brain rewired, because they beat him up so he won't beat up other women. It's a thing, we could go there.
It's to adult Lord of the Flies.
And yeah. So clearly, and in that, I wish I had it up now so you could see it. It'd make a whole lot more sense to you right now, but it's odd, and everybody was right to question it. And Teresa, no, guys, I didn't see it. I won't watch the like you never watched the video, Teresa. You probably watched it, and my daughters didn't watch it, and nobody watched it. We have no idea. We're not going to watch that trash. There's 3 different ladies. They're all saying something else. Respect my man. All right, whatever.
They have a very different culture on Jersey than they do the rest of them. And I was thinking about that today. Like, I think we're going to see Jennifer evolve like Teresa has, like in the past, like when Joe was like, I mean, she took a lot of crap from Joe. And I think what turned it around, I don't think she knew when she went to prison. I think she just signed things. I really don't think she questioned it. I think she probably knew that there was a lot of money. I think he told her to sign this and she signed it, and she had a certain lifestyle and she liked it. That's just, but I think that, and she was going to stand by him. At one point she said she was going to move to Italy with him. And then I think when she went to jail and what happened, and lost that time with her mother, that really, really affected her, and she changed. And that's made me have respect for her, because I think she's grown up a lot. But they're all from this like old school, like you see it with Jennifer's parents too. Like her parents are still married, and her mother is weeping over. It's just a very old culture. They go by an old Italian culture, or I don't know exactly what Jennifer's ethnicity is, but
Jennifer is Turkish.
Yeah, Turkish. I'm sorry, I do know that.
Like Middle Eastern.
Very, you don't divorce no matter what, and I think it was a big deal for Teresa to make that decision. And I think we're going to see Jennifer do that.
I have to disagree with you on the Teresa evolving just a skosh, because look at her now. Everyone's still saying to Teresa, don't you realize what you did at Jackie's last season is this, you're so mad at Margaret, but you did the same thing. And there's a difference between what Teresa did at Jackie's and what Margaret did at Jennifer's. And everybody could see it, but Teresa.
What do you mean what Teresa did at Jackie's?
At Evan's birthday party last season, Teresa was going from table to, hey guys, you hear that? I hear that Evan's stupid people at the gym. Okay, he's got girl, and that was a rumor. There was no.
I don't mean involved in that way, but as far as like, I don't think she would have ever left Joe if she had not lost that time with her mother. I think and we could see when they went to Italy, like she had hatred in her eyes for him. And
I think she would have left him either way. I think even if the mom was still alive, she would have left him. I really do.
Oh, I think because at one point she said, who wouldn't want to live in Italy? I'll move to Italy.
Yeah, that's when it first happened. But, it was 4 years.
He went off in the butches and was like, my see you next week. And
so I think she would have left either way. Maybe not as quickly, but she was gone for, he was gone for 4 years. She was used to being on her own and calling the shots and running the house. And he always treated her like shit. And then, the cheating stuff and all this and all that. And and as far as like, I don't think Teresa knew as much but I think she knew something about it. Because if in my head, if she truly knew nothing, then she wouldn't have gone. Or maybe they would have given, they gave her a year in jail.
Well, they gave her a year because she signed the documents. But I think that she really she was like, looked like she was on Toddlers and Tiaras with the ringlets and, spending the money and that ridiculous house. Like, it's gorgeous, but it's very, insane. And just, I think she enjoyed a certain kind of lifestyle. She didn't ask questions and was naive enough to think that he had it handled. And if he said sign it, she would sign it. I think that she, what's the word I'm looking for? Purposely, like by admission, did not ask questions about it, but probably thought if she didn't investigate it, I don't think.
Oh my God, my allergies are killing me. I'm so sorry. My allergies, it's like this time and like, sorry. Go ahead. Maggie, go ahead. Sorry.
I just think I think she didn't ask any questions. And we saw her like when she would go into to buy the girls things and just hash out $100 bills.
Remember the first episode, like the very first episode of New Jersey? I think she's out with like Jacqueline, like furniture shopping for the house, like the house, they just left. And she has like, wads of like hundreds and stuff that she just, and all cash. Like the guy's like, this is going to be $80,000. She's like, okay. All cash. Nobody carries cash like that.
I think she did not ask any questions, and that's why she didn't know. I think if she had, I think she did not know on purpose. And if he gave her something to sign, I think she signed it and just trusted that. I think she just trusted that if something was going on, he would protect her, and he failed her in that way. And I think that really was a game changer for her.
Maggie says in an interview she was asked about her divorce and if she still loved Joe. She said the only reason they got divorced was because he was deported.
I don't think that's.
And there was like the other rumblings, like, you know, as much as people want to hate Kim D, when Kim D says something, she's usually spot on. I hate to say it. I mean, I've always liked Kim D. She's like a Kenya, just like a fun rock star. You know what I mean? But the mom dying, I think she used all of that. I think she was mad at the world. She was mad that she lost her mom. She couldn't spend time with her. She was mad that she lost time with her daughter. She was mad that her husband had to go away. That he put her in this position. I mean, I don't blame Teresa for leaving.
Women's jail and got like they were all like they should, like women, like don't let him treat you like that. Like, what do you mean he put you in prison? And so, like, I think she found her. She never stood up to him until she got out of jail. She never told him no. Like after she had a baby, she pulled over on the side of the road and banged him that one time, and she never stood up to him until she went to. And that was, I think she just realized what I'm better than this, and I'm the one that
carries cash like that. Like nobody carries cash like that. Like, you know, when you have like $80,000 of cash in like your purse, something ain't kosher about the way you're getting your money. Like, oh, just don't put this into the bank. Like,
but
come
if
on.
you have all this huge house and your husband's telling you things are fine and you are not worried, she didn't look into the finances on purpose, is my opinion on it. And I think she didn't think. I think she thought that if something was going on, he would protect her, or that wouldn't happen. And I think that he failed her in that way, and that was, and on top of that, with her mother, I think that was unforgivable to her.
All right. I agree. Okay, so we're still at dinner later that day. So we're still at dinner, and so Louie kind of just ignores it, and that's let's move on from this page because I've been on the first page this whole time. It is very shady, and it's New Jersey. I'm Italian, and I'm from the area. Like, we don't know what's really going on here. Like, it's like I'm in the garbage business. Like.
Yeah, it's like he was like Tony Soprano, like Carmela Soprano didn't ask a lot of questions. She just enjoyed her lifestyle.
Yeah, you know, it's still Jersey at the end of the day. So then the next day, all the husbands are like hungover and whatnot, and all the wives are asking the husbands what happened at the dinner. You know, what he said, what Louie said, what happened with Bill, what's going on, and pretty much. All the men were saying that what Louie said, and it was the other one's fault, and none of them liked that because they said that was like victim shaming.
They sound like such bitches. Like,
and what I want to say before I forget about that dinner is that, like, you know, when Bill stormed off, you know, there's like big giant Frank Catania, you know, and he's like, what do I do? Do I run after him? Do I go? Do I get him? Like classic, like housewives run after, like Frank Catania, girl, you a housewife. Yeah. Like
they're emasculating
Frank Catania, a meatball and a tagline because he ran after Bill like it was like Kyle running after fucking Dorit.
It was Vicky running in Mexico.
Put Frank Catania in a ball gown. Give me a hand on the hip pose and a tagline. Okay.
The Tres Amigos on New Jersey.
I even have his tagline for him. Frank Catania. I may have big muscles, but I have a bigger heart. There you go. Already done. Just off the top of my head. Problem solved. With his apple martinis. I love Frank Catania. Frank Catania.
Bill would be like, I don't always tap ass, but I can create a good one or something like. I don't know.
I may have banged some whores, but now I'm banging my house together. Boom. Come on. But Frank is one of the nicest guys you're ever going to want to meet.
Except when, so last.
Like off the show, like, you know, like in Jersey, like in the neighborhoods, like he's very, very well respected. He's got a really, you know, he's got some shady things in his past, but.
Oh, I love Frank, but I didn't realize. I think I heard it on the last episode that Dolores was pregnant and saw him with a bunch of, I'm quoting her, whores on a boat. And
yeah.
Can you imagine? Do you know Dolores used to be a police officer?
No, her dad. Oh, yeah. No, she was a corrections officer. Her dad is a cop.
Okay, but
Dolores was a CO.
can you imagine a pregnant Dolores seeing Frank go by on a boat partying with like some Hooters girls or something? Like she was, oh my God.
Dolores is a tough bitch. Like,
Yeah,
and I love them both. Like, we hung out with David and Dolores over here in Seaside, and David was such a sweet guy too. It's sad to see them like, but I never thought they were a good fit anyways. But David's a really nice guy. But we'll get to the David portion in a second because he was brought up on the show. So then we have Jen and Bill at their house, and Jen, they're talking about the guys' night, and she was happy that Bill left and finally defended her, but she's still not happy with his silence and how he's handling things, and I guess she wants him to be like more like hands-on, and he's more like a pacifist kind of.
That's why I feel like we're gonna see the same thing, not like with the money and stuff, but I feel like we're gonna see Jennifer evolve like Teresa and go away from those old school values. I think she's humiliated, and that's why she's so angry. Why did she go to a different plastic surgeon in a different country or something when her husband is a plastic surgeon? And she's humiliated, and she's seeing what her mother's going through. And I think we're going to see, I don't think it's going to happen with the money, but I think I could not stand Jennifer the first season. Now I'm kind of a fan. I think she's gotten a whole new face and a new body. She looked good before.
She should have kept the old face.
She looks a little overdone now, but why would you go if your husband's a plastic surgeon? Why go have plastic surgery done anywhere else?
If Jennifer keeps this up, she's going to look like Adrienne Maloof in about shortly.
She's starting to look kind of like Melissa Gorga. She doesn't look bad right now, but like she's had a lot. She looks good. She should stop.
And sweets from Patterson, and I'm just gonna remember what I said when I got certain texts from a Patterson number, and I said someone said I'm going to go vacation in Patterson in the summertime. I go, first off, you only go to Patterson unless you have to, and B, you certainly don't vacation there. So yeah, both Teresa and Dolores they're tough. Patterson is a rough area, so they're tough girls, and I think Dolores's dad was the captain or I know this of like I don't know if it's Passaic, whatever, but he's a long time. So yeah, where are we going? What's next? What do we have? Okay, can we move off of Jennifer and Bill now?
I think so.
Now, okay. So next we have Dolores's house. So finally,
Dolores and Frank's house.
Yeah. Not the townhouse, like her house from from forever ago. So finally, Frank he's done with the whores. He's put like the railings up, and there's the house is done. There's just no furniture,
and he's not allowed to have women over.
Right, he can't be banging people. No whore banging in the house, at least when the kids are there. And so the
Frank Jr. is hot. I'm sorry. He is. I hope he's of age and it's okay for me to say.
Oh yeah, no, I think he's 22 now.
He is a very good-looking young man.
He's very easy on the eyes. Yeah, that's way out of my league. I think I'd take Frank Sr. over Frank Jr. because Frank Jr. is just too young, and like I think he'd break me in two. Well, so would Frank Sr. I don't know.
He's almost too pretty. I would just have to slap that dirty, nasty man Joe Gorga in the face. Like
it's getting hot thinking about it. Hold on one second. But the sad part is that Dolores's mom is scheduled to have a triple bypass, which is not like easy surgery. She's worried. Obviously, she's worried about her mom. And
so is David operating on her mother?
That's what I'm confused because David seems to be he's taking charge. And in the last week's episode,
Valerie, correct?
Right. Wait, what?
So they kept saying Valerie, and that he was taking care of Valerie and not Dolores. And I thought, well, if he's operating on,
isn't David like an OBGYN?
I don't know, but they made it seem like like Valerie was under David's care or something, which I thought, well, of course he would be more if she. I got the. I don't know.
I guess they even deliver babies and shit.
He might. I don't know, but with the way they were talking, it was like he had performed the surgery himself, or that, and that's probably totally incorrect. I'm sure you're.
I don't know. I think he's in like OBGYN, but but I'm could be wrong. I don't think he's doing the surgery. Anywho, but he's been very. I guess he's keeping an eye. Yeah, he's a fetal. Okay, I knew it, and I knew it had something to do with babies. High risk pregnancy doctor. Okay, see, I do retain information.
That he's monitoring her mother, though. I don't understand that.
Okay, see, I do pay attention. I guess because he's a doctor, and he maybe.
Why is Dolores upset that her mother, who just had triple bypass surgery, is getting all the attention? Like, I would be very grateful for that. I didn't understand that problem.
Or maybe the surgery is going to be in David's hospital, and he could keep like a close eye on it. Maybe that's where she's.
But they kept saying that he can be there for Valerie and her whole family, but not for Dolores.
Maybe in recovery, because he's definitely not operating on her as an OBGYN. I mean, he can. I mean, like, he's a doctor at the end of the day, right? So he can. But I would want to have like, specialists who works on the hearts, cardiologists, whatever, to operate on that instead of.
If my mom was in that hospital that he was in and he was paying a lot of attention to her, I wouldn't be like, I need a spa day because I'm not getting enough attention from I don't know. I just thought I don't think it was explained well because I don't know.
It wasn't, but I think because David's a doctor and he's close with the family, everybody but Dolores at the moment. And, well, no, I'm not even trying to be shady because he does love the family. He loves Gabby and Frank Jr. and Frank Sr. And he does love Dolores, but
Valerie just had triple bypass. Doesn't she deserve the attention at this point?
Dolores been asking for the attention for 5 years and she hasn't gotten it.
She didn't have well, maybe if she has triple bypass surgery, he'll pay some attention.
I don't think it could be quadruple bypass. Like, I don't think it's going to matter because at the end of the day, Dolores wants, we're all getting older. We're all of a certain age, right?
Why don't she and Frank Sr. just get married again?
I wish that they would get back together. That's sort of like my heart. I mean, wouldn't everybody be so happy if they just got back together? And
so, do you think they really don't sleep together?
I think they might, like, a little.
Why would they're so good and like?
I don't know. I think they might be a little grabby here, and I don't know. I don't know. I wish they would get back together. I really do.
I love that journey for them. I would like for them to do that.
And I think there's like maybe some like mild hanky-panky between the two of them,
So you think they just finger bang and then go to separate rooms?
Jesus, dear Lord.
Saint Dolores, I'm sorry.
Well, Dolores also doesn't drink. Like, she'll have a drink like here and there, but Dolores, like Margaret, doesn't really drink, and neither does Dolores. So.
Well, I'm not implying she's like a drunk whore. I'm just saying that maybe like
no,
they just fool around a little bit and then go to their separate bedrooms.
Yeah. Oh, her new man is hot. Have you seen her new man?
Dolores' new man?
He's hot. He's hotter than David. I'll give her that one on that. Yeah, go to her. Let me see if I'll pull it up. Hold on. Catania.
Is he hotter than Frank Sr.?
Yeah. No. Where is he? Nope, that's not it. She just there. But he's kind of like got like a Louie-esque feel about him, like with the like very metro. Like, okay, so hold on. He's like very metro, like Louie. Let me put it on full screen. Oh wait, wrong one. I always forget how to do this. Nope, wrong way.
With muscles.
Pull the way out. Okay, so that's her and a new man.
I just don't like that look on men.
He's good looking, but he reminds me of Louie, like in that, like, I'm trying too hard to be like, younger and metro, and I mean, he's very good looking though. I'm not going to take. I mean, better looking than David.
I'm just not like. I like men that are.
And Dolores looks really good there too.
Oh, Dolores looks fantastic all the time. I just don't like men that put that much effort into their appearance, I guess. Oh, why am I the only one here?
I'm sorry, I knocked myself out. There we go. Yeah, so I mean, he's good looking, you know, and he's better looking than David. But I think between Frank Sr. and the new guy, I take Sr.
Well, I mean, a lot of people are better looking than David, I think, and he's very nice and very smart.
Well, David has an amazing heart, which we're seeing on the show. He is so nice, and like for Dolores, it's not about the looks. I mean, I think she just values people with like a good heart.
But
you know?
I think that that's great for her. But I just think it like you go from Frank Sr. to David, like that's
very different. And then like don't forget that Frank Sr. When Frank Sr. had his like surgery, like he was living with David, and David like had to wash his balls, like literally, and help him go to the bathroom and bring him back to health. Like he lived with him.
If you know Dolores, you need to ask her what's going on in that house. Like
it's such a weird dynamic. Like it's and normally if I'd be looking at anybody else with this weird type of living situation, I'd be like, but I don't know. Like,
so if I'm dating Frank Sr. and he's living with Dolores and Dolores's boyfriend is, and then we're all like sleeping under the same house and you never moved out, and like
it's very Swiss Family Robinson. Like
what's going on there. And I love Dolores. I love Frank. I think that you should be boots on the ground. You're not that far away. Go to New Jersey. Find out what's going on
I'm in New Jersey.
I'm not going to say that because you should not video people inside their houses, but you need to find out what's going on.
Well, you all know what the inside of their houses look like anyways on the show. But, you know, we live like here where all their summer houses, like Melissa's and Dolores's and Teresa's, all are like a mile and a half away from where I am right now.
Have you ever been to Envy?
No, because like that's up in Bergen. So that they live all up in Bergen County mostly, which is like the most northern county in New Jersey, like across from New York City. We're down in Ocean County, which is like we're about to get to Bergen from here with no traffic would probably be like a little over an hour.
To go to Envy? Like that's not that long.
Well, we're kind of like Jersey Shore, like south. We're in between like central and south.
You couldn't use a good tracksuit? Go to Envy.
If they had men's clothes, actually, I went to a Kim D shop once.
I bet it was.
I went to Posh.
Oh my God! I remember when they all used to. What was their? Oh, she was on there forever. I can't remember.
Danielle?
No, the one.
Jacqueline.
Yes, and they would all get their hair done and then they would go to Posh, and that poor girl at the counter would have to like put up with their nonsense, and Danielle would go in there and I forgot about Posh. Oh my God.
Okay, guys, the tour is gonna happen when I can put the top down in the car and like I want you to see like everything. We're gonna do
on the ground.
I called it I started calling it we're gonna do a drive-by by all their houses so you could see it, but then people say don't say driveway. So tour. We're gonna do a summer house tour, but it's not when it's like cold and miserable. We'll wait. You'll see it. I promise. It'll be great. And like, you know, we always run into them. Like, you know, we just saw Teresa at the grocery store. We see them here because it's small.
What did you say when you see Teresa? Does she grocery shop?
Yeah. By herself.
What
no makeup.
Were people like following her around the grocery store?
Well, it's funny because like we walked in and I looked dead ahead and I go, oh, Teresa's here. And Cody's like, that's not Teresa. I go, you want to bet? And we were walking up closer and we hear a voice and, oh, guys, I love these avocados. They're so good. I get 2, 3 of them. And then I put them in a sauce. And then like, you know, so I'm like, here, I'll show you. When I ran it. But I've been, you know, I've been with Teresa a bunch of times.
Crazy. She does her own grocery shopping.
She does. At least when she's down here, she does.
And in person, I think she's very pretty. And coming from someone who has made a lot of weird decisions with her hair, myself, like her hairline is always like, is it down there in real life? Like,
oh yeah. She's got like a 3 head.
And it looked like she has gorgeous hair, but it's like her hairline is, I don't know.
Here, okay, so here we have, I'll show you. If I can get them all. in one shot. So there we go. That's me and Margaret at one event. That was my birthday part. That was my birthday. She took me out for dinner. And then me, Margaret, and Jackie at a different event.
Oh my God.
And here's Teresa at the grocery store. Boom.
Wow. So did anyone else recognize her?
Oh, yeah. Oh, then there's me and Teresa somewhere else.
Well, good for you. That's amazing. Oh my God.
Me and Maud Senior. She's fabulous. Oh my God, I love Maud Senior. She's great. Oh, and there's Katanya. You know who took this picture? David.
Dolores looks fantastic. I love Dolores. I love all of them, really.
There's me and Joe, Mr. Super Joe. There we go. It's fabulous, guys. Fabulous. I'm just gonna have a Frankfurter. It's fabulous.
I've never ran into any of them in real life. I'm trying to think, and you would think, and Nashville's like becoming a big city. I keep thinking
I have more. That's just like off one post, but yeah. They're a small state.
They're gonna do like a Housewives of Nashville or something. I've never. I don't know. I saw on one. It was Heather McDonald on one of her.
Oh, I love Heather McDonald. Another friend of mine. You want to see a picture of me and Heather? You just keep
Heather, and I have a whole story. I'm not going to tell it right now, but I have a whole story about Heather and Tracy.
I feel like Tahani in The Good Place. Like, Heather McDonald's. Hibbity bibbity. Heather McDonald's my step cousin. Ew, I hate to drop a name, but
I know. I don't know her. I've met her, and she. What was my point?
I don't know. It's your dog.
Oh yes, that's.
Oh, are those French doors behind you?
No, that is just a regular door.
Because it's been a minute since somebody's had French doors on my panel.
I have French doors in my bedroom. You can walk in there and see if you want. I love my French doors. Love them.
I do love French doors myself.
Heather McDonald was. I don't remember my point except that and something about her. I don't remember. It'll come back to me. Something about something she said, or I don't remember.
Well, me and her started talking when when I had that giant story with the Seeking Sister Wife stuff, and then we just saw her in November at the City Winery doing a show.
I saw her at Nashville doing a show.
City Winery.
Mm-hmm. And I paid somebody for their backs. Hold on. Let me show you this. I paid somebody because
you didn't buy the VIP tickets.
I didn't, but someone coming down the steps had one. So I gave her $20 and I got this. And I went up and talked to her and I was like, hey, I'm Katie/Lily because I got Tracy an interview with Heather McDonald and Tracy effed it all the way up. And
I didn't even know I didn't even know Heather covered that show.
She did a little bit, and just for me not knowing what I was doing, it was a big deal. I told Tracy that's a different story. Tracy
was Chris Frangiola there too?
He was, and I sent him a message, and I was like, he actually messaged me back. I was like, it was fun.
Well, we're covered all the way around because I know you probably don't know this, but Tracy, who's been on my show before, she does the 90 Day Trash Talk podcast and the Team Mom podcast. She's actually very good friends with Chris Frangiola too. So we had like a lot of like overlapping between like our circles. So it was kind of actually pretty cool. But I think we're like on a where's Shay? Where's my enforcer? I have my mom who always wrangles me when I'm on a tangent, and I didn't.
there's something I can't say about. I'll tell you something about Heather McDonald privately. I can't say right now, but there's.
Yeah, just don't. If it's.
I want to so bad, but I'm not going to.
We love you, Heather. Oh, I do. Anyways, I don't know.
Oh, I love her. I
Okay.
love her.
So let's see.
I apologize
Okay.
to her for that shit show of an interview that Tracy did.
Okay. All right. Where's my Sweets and Beyond? This is your part, girl. Where are you? Still here? She's probably waiting. Oh, there you go. Okay. So then, next scene. We have Teresa getting ready for her 1-year anniversary with Louie, and she has Gia in there and the daughter that Joe Giudice didn't conceive. What's her name again? The one that sticks out like a sore thumb. The one that doesn't look like anybody. Is it Gabriella or Adriana?
I don't know, but did you see that picture where they all looked gorgeous though?
Yeah, but there's one which I always screw up. It's not Melania, it's not Gia, and I always confuse Adriana and Gabriella. The one that doesn't look like any of them.
Not Melania. Let's just call her not Melania.
Not Melania, not Gia. So Gabriella, yeah, Gabriella, like, you know, how does Gabriella feel? She's like the Chloe of the group. Hi. I don't look like, right? Like, remember like how different Khloe Kardashian used to look when they first came out? She was like bigger and like, you know, tall. Like Gabriella is the Khloe Kardashian of the Giudices. I mean,
I can't even picture Gabriella right now, and I know a lot about Melania and Gia, and I know Teresa has never taken Gabriella to a rap studio to make a rap or encouraged her dreams because I don't know what they are. And I know
Melania's cut a song.
I know at the rap studio that was
when she was like 13.
What was it like? I just want to grow up. Can't wait to grow up.
I thought you were gonna say, I'm just thinking about so many things.
I can't wait to grow up. And Teresa, you shouldn't have let her put that out there. Like, shame on you, Teresa.
Anywho, okay, so and where's Sweets and Beyond? Because ready, I'm gonna give Gia a giant shout out. So Teresa, like, which dress do you like? Do you like this one? Do you like that one? And then you have like Gia, who's like eating her like Caesar wrap, and not Joe's daughter. We'll call her that there.
Not Melania.
And Teresa's like trying to like up talk Louie. And what did Gia say? I tweeted it. I was so impressed with Gia.
I am a little. They at some point, like, I thought they were very disrespectful to that nasty man Joe Gorga. I thought Gia was, because like their father was awful. Like, they're gonna realize that one day, and I realize that is their father, but they've got to realize like that nasty man Joe Gorga feels like some type of way about that. Like that was a big deal what he did to the family. And I would just beat him up for it. Like I would slap him across his dirty, nasty man face for it. Like,
you just love saying nasty when you say Joe Gorga, don't you?
Nasty man. I would just have to.
You know he's like
look at my eyes. I have a mind, Joe Gorga.
You know he's like 3'2", right? Like he's like, you're gonna have to put like some stilts on him. He's like, oh. Just that's why he's built the way he is. Like, you know, that's what short guys got to do. They have to compensate. I mean, that's true about it. You know, you got a small dick, you work out. You're short, you work out.
Story about being in the locker room.
Let me tell you something about men who are like all like this in the gym and every day. They're overcompensating for something they don't got, whether it be penis, height. There's something that they're not all of them, but
that, I would just slap the hell out of him and just tell him and just back it up for him and tell him what a nasty man he was. Like, don't you dare talk. I have a mind. Stop that, Joe Gorga.
But okay, So Gia, okay, back to Gia. So Teresa's talking to Gia, and Gia, like out of nowhere, says, "Well, like he's like a psychopath." But she said it like about the video, and Teresa's face was like
the guy in American Psycho.
Yeah, like she's like, "Well, he's like kind of like a psychopath in this video," and Teresa like didn't know whether to go blind because. And I was like, get it, Gia. Because, Gia hasn't been happy about this. She thinks they're moving too fast. I think the whole world thinks they're moving too fast. He's got all this shady stuff going on in the back. Weird videos where they're naked. Women saying that he abuses them. Then you have like, Louie saying, "Oh, yeah, but that girl stabbed her husband with a butcher knife." What is all this? And Teresa wants to get herself wrapped into this?
I mean, I've said it before. If people seem odd, they might be odd. And he seems odd. And I really hate for Teresa that she's related to Joe Gorga, because I think that.
Do I have to get the hose?
No, but I think
I think you need a cooling off.
She and Melissa have so much conflict because they love the same man and want to be married to the same man.
I think you need a cooling off. I think you need a hose. Where's somebody?
I would slap that nasty man.
And we all know Teresa's going to marry him. Yeah, it's going to happen. And how many warning signs? How many red flags? How many things do you have to see about this guy?
But he is. Somebody said in the chat, either love bombing her. He is doing that. Like if someone took me and did a poster of all the things they liked about me, like I would probably vomit all over it. I don't like that kind of stuff. That's not my look. I don't know. I think it's cheesy. I think it seems insincere.
But sweets, high five to you. I'm on your side with Gia. And it wasn't like that I didn't like Gia. And I feel like, I think everybody feels like Gia is housewife in training now, because just based off on her confessionals alone, she's in the gown, watch. Teresa, she will be like a friend to the show soon. Not a full housewife. They'll probably make her a friend first. Gia, friend of Teresa's. That's how they'll do it.
She'll be in a spinoff with like Raquel and from Sir, and yeah.
And G is smart. I just didn't care for like the whole thing with like whatever with her and I don't want to say Joe Gorga because I'm gonna have to cool you down. But that whole whatever. But okay, so can we get to this weird anniversary boat ride?
Where he puts out a poster with like the thing.
Oh no! You're jumping the gun. First off,
God! What was that?
You didn't see them on the boat for the anniversary dinner?
Yes, but didn't he pull out a poster?
Oh, that's at the end of it. So you have like the rose petals and scream. Oh, guys, this is so nice. I never wined and dined like this. This is too much. And then she walks on. Well,
she's used to pulling over on the side of the road after she still has staples in her lady parts from having a baby and having to do that. So she probably is wooed by it. Like, I'm sorry to be blunt, but like coming from Joe Judah, he's a horrible man in my opinion. I never
cared for Juicy Joe. I never liked him at all. I've watched every episode of Jersey, and he just always been a giant dick to me. So I always thought he was shitty for Teresa, and I felt bad, because I used to love Teresa all the time. And then here's what happened. Caroline was the only person that kept Teresa in check, because when the first 5 seasons, the show is pretty much about Caroline and her family. Caroline was related to Chris, who was Jacqueline's husband, and then Dina. I mean, it was really about Caroline and her family.
The Manzos.
Yeah, it was like the Manzo show. And then you had Teresa and Danielle and that's it. Jacqueline. Who was first season? Caroline, Jacqueline, Teresa, Dina, Danielle. That's it.
I liked it because they were also like, even if they weren't family, like they were all connected somehow. Like that's what was so authentic about those first seasons, was that they all knew each other from childhood, and like they take that bond very seriously. Like Dolores is not related to them by blood, but they treat her like she is, and I like their loyalty to each other. They're just, Jersey's a whole different breed from the rest of them.
Yeah, Jersey's always been very different from the rest of the franchises because, Jersey started off as like a family show, really. None of the other, with Beverly Hills, you had Kim and Kyle, but
until they found out about Beverly, then it turned south.
That's pretty much it. And Rosie, and then Rosie, then they had Rosie. It was all family. They called it the Manzos and the Giudices. That's what they should have called it.
Until they read that book and found out Danielle was Beverly, and they all read the book together.
19 times?
Prostitution.
19 times?
Ringlets, like flipping a table in ringlets. You go, girl.
But so they're on the boat, and then he pulls her aside. If that were me, okay, Hank, I have a question. Are there two of you in here?
Who?
Hank.
Oh, not me.
Because you're in green here, and then you're in black up there. Are there two different Hanks in here? Look, Hank Blue 4077 with a space. No, I'm just worried if I don't. And then there's Hank Blue 4077 with no space. Are there two different versions of you in this room? Is someone posing as you? Are you the same person before I have to get worried and block somebody?
We're getting a picture of you with today's newspaper to prove your identity.
So there's two of you with the same picture. Because you have no space there, and you're a member on that one. And then you have... All right, I don't know. I just had to ask because it caught my eye. Sorry. I just wanted to make sure nobody was posing as you or something like that. Okay, just want to make sure. So this one's you. So then...
How do we know you're not lying?
Who's the other person? Who's using your same picture?
Someone else said no. Two Haints, one is a member and one isn't.
Okay, my mind's spinning. I don't know. Okay, just tell me if I need to block somebody or not. Is that both you?
Security.
I don't know. Do you have a long lost evil twin?
Me or this person?
No, Haynes. I don't know what's going on.
My phone isn't a member. That sounds suspicious because.
But you have a space between the blue. Okay, whatever. Okay, whatever. Good. I just want to make sure that you're good. I'm looking out for you.
That good. You can find out all of our secrets in here talking about New Jersey.
I'm gonna twirl it out. Can you twirl it, and then we're good. Okay. There we go. Can you twirled it, and now we're good. All right.
One was the win. Fabulous.
So back to the boat. We're on the boat, and then Louie hires Kenny G's son on the saxophone. If that were me and I were Teresa,
I would have jumped off the boat.
I don't know if I would have laughed in his face. I don't know if I would have jumped off the boat. No, I know it's you. I just didn't know who the other person was, but I think you were on your phone. You said so. There might be a weirdness there. So we're good. We're good. I was looking out for you. I wanted to make sure that somebody wasn't posing as you. That's why I was concerned.
But he is love bombing her. Look in the past what she's used to. I just had a baby. Let's pull over on the side of the road and bang. And she's in.
Well, because Teresa said that she played saxophone in 3rd grade. He had to go hire Kenny G's son.
Teresa, is there footage of Teresa playing saxophone?
No, what happened was they were on the boat, and you got a saxophone player. I love saxophones. I told Louie I played saxophone at elementary school, and he remembered. See, he's a good listener. He loves me. Teresa, like, are you 50 yet? Like,
we all did something in 3rd grade. Like,
I didn't do 90 Day yet. I haven't watched it yet. We're gonna do 90 Day tomorrow. But that's weird to me.
what if she had said I played the recorder? Would he have heard? Like,
I would have rather seen a recorder. If someone was playing the recorder on the boat, I'd be like, okay.
That would have been interesting, yeah.
Good old fashioned like plastic recorders you get like in 1st grade, like when you play the recorder. Like,
I'm here for an adult man on a boat playing a recorder. I'm here for it. Yes.
Now, if somebody was playing a recorder on a boat, I would actually enjoy that. I'd be like, this is actually fun and funny and campy and quirky, and that's stuff that I love, But having like I was like, oh, get the fuck out of here. Oh, hell no. No.
She's loving it because he treated her like crap. Like,
and he's like holding her hands across the table, and he's like eye gazing her. And it's so, I'd be like, bro, I gotta go.
And remember when he made like her whole family, like when they were so uncomfortable, like talk to each other and stuff. And possibly, maybe he has a point. Like maybe that's why some of my relationships don't work out, like because of my communication skills. But I think he communicates overly, and I think he does it to make a show of it. It's not sincere. It comes off as insincere because it's a love bomb, like someone said in the chat.
And like, I want Teresa to be happy at the end.
I do too.
I don't think Teresa's a horrible person. She's been through a lot. I do respect her. I don't agree with
what if Teresa
a lot of the things Teresa's done though, like the last few seasons. Like,
Teresa and Frank Sr.
Oh God, no.
Dolores doesn't want him. She's fine with him doing whatever down the hall.
No, but Dolores. But Teresa's known Dolores since like high school, and Frank too. They've all known each other since like they've been like teenagers. It'd be too weird, just like Dolores and Joe Gorga. It'd be weird.
It would be perfect if it were Teresa and Joe Gorga.
Well, in Teresa's probably, but I do want Teresa to be happy, and
I do too.
I think everyone can see. Even Joe Gorga, Melissa, everyone around her is saying, red flag, red flag, red flag. And she's like, no, guys, you don't know him like I do.
You don't think they hated Joe Giudice, though? Like, remember when they had that brawl at the baptism or whatever?
Oh, yeah. When Gorga was like spray painting the top of his head because he was balding. When everybody had black dye all over their hands. Yeah, I remember that quite well.
That at least Louie can put a sentence together, I guess. And that's an upgrade. And at least he doesn't actively call her a see you next Tuesday, like on camera.
Wait, sweet. Are you trying to make me do Caroline Manzo now? I don't know if I have the energy to do Caroline.
I forgot about. And why did Dina quit?
Let me tell you something about my family. Okay, you can't go through my family. You don't fuck with my family.
Oh my God. And what about the episode?
I love Caroline. I'm not even making fun. I'm just trying.
Danielle's weave got pulled out by.
She pulled my weave.
Who was it? It was
Jacqueline's daughter. It was Ashley. Ashley pulled her wig.
And oh my, they all used to go to the hotel or whatever it was.
Yeah, you can come up holistic. I'll drop the link.
Whatever it was that they used to hang out at, like that was going to be the spot. And then they all, I don't know why Dina quit the show after 2 episodes. And then that first reunion, like they had lawn chairs with like velvet curtains over.
They were wearing like jeans.
Yeah, velvet curtains over lawn chairs, and like there were a couple ferns in the background. Like it was someone on their.
It was like, here we are from the middle of
Sears filming it.
And here we are from the middle of Sears doing our first reunion. No big whoop. And by the way, since we're here, get yourself a nice 10 more appliance, okay? or Biltmore, whatever the hell they are.
Oh my god. I almost had vodka come out my nose.
So then we got the and like he won't stop playing the sax. And then like he's got the scroll of like Moses, like he's holding like the 10 Commandments. He's like, the burning bush just spoke to me. Here is what God wants. And then the scroll was like, it was like that Magna fucking Carta. Like it was like the longest scroll ever.
In all seriousness, though, like I think Teresa wants a man like her brother, like that is masculine but not cheesy, and like she's had good examples of men in her life, like with her father and her brother, and these men are not. She's gonna vomit all over him and his inverted penis. Like it's like it's not.
But once Teresa had something stuck in her head. Oh, Kane's got it. She's fixed. We're good. Okay, no worries anymore. Louie's a thug. Like, yeah, well, I don't see anything good coming from him. I don't. And then the way they met. Oh yeah, guys, I was just walking by the summer house, and he was out on the balcony, and we caught eyes, and then we knew it was love at first sight.
Online. Didn't she say tonight it was online?
No, they were down here in Tom's River, and she was walking on, I think, Bay Street.
Where's Tom's River? Can you walk there now and show us?
This
Boots on the ground.
I am in the ground. This is Tom. Like I live in Seaside Heights, but like it's tiny. We live on a little tiny like barrier island, and
you're on an island.
Bridge, yeah, the bridge that connects us to the mainland, the bridge to Tom's River. So
was that boat with the saxophone floating by your house?
They show the bridge on all the scenes in New Jersey. Whenever you see that long bridge with the water and the boats going, that's our bridge. Like that's like 3 seconds away from our house to get us to the mainland.
Did you see the boat with the saxophone in person? Did it float by your house?
No, not yet. But I'm gonna wait for it because. But yeah, we live like on a little tiny barrier on like a little resort area. You know, like where they film like Jersey Shore.
I've never watched Jersey Shore.
Wow. Okay, that's how I explain to people where I live. Okay, well then.
Unfortunately, I have watched Floribama Shore and enjoyed that more than I'd like to admit.
Okay, you watch Floribama Shore, but you never watched Jersey Shore?
Exactly. Like I would hate to say, like, I would like to think I'm above it, but I'm not. I would probably love Jersey Shore. And people used to tell me I looked like JWoww, like with my hair down and stuff. Like, and I didn't.
Well, I watched the old ones. Like I tried watching like the Jersey Shore Family Vacation. You know, when it first came on, I watched like a little bit of it, but I don't know. It was wasn't the same as it used to be.
When it's like Vanderpump. Like I don't want to watch them pick out crown molding and strollers and like I want them fighting. I want them on saxophone.
I've walked by the Shore House a million times on lives. I've always shown it to people. If you look,
how come you can show people's houses and they don't come for you?
Because they don't live there anymore. They have the Shore House. You could rent it out. It's like it's a lot of money a night, but yeah, no one lives there because Danny still owns it. Danny, who's runs the store they worked at, he owns it and it's still there. Yeah, but if you want to see the Shore House, go to any one of my lives on my channel where we're walking on the boardwalk, and you'll see it.
So we should.
Correct.
A bunch of people like rent it out and have the Jersey people over, like for. I mean, I would like to meet them.
I mean, if you all want, we could all rent it out one night and have a good old time.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
If anybody wants to do it, I mean, he can't rent it because I think he wants like $2,000 or $3,000. It's stupidly expensive, and like you could take a picture with the duck phone, but you never saw it, so you don't know.
Maybe Mars can pay for it, and we can.
Maybe Louie. I'll get Louie to pay for it. I don't know. But yeah,
love to Teresa.
Sandy screwed up. Sandy took out half the boardwalk here, and then they never really fixed what was gone. Like they blew out a whole pier, and that pier, like what was ruined by Sandy, was like the best part of the boardwalk. But that's like different live, another story for a different day, another time. So, all right, so we're almost there. I'm on my last page of notes. Okay. So then Margaret says, girl, I want to take everybody to the spa. You know, Dolores is going through so much right now. And I want to be there for her mother. And, you know, it's rough. So let me just get all the girls here for a fabulous day of spa treatment. It's going to be wonderful. We're going to have frankfurters. They're going to be fabulous. It's going to be wonderful. I'm going to love it. So they all come to the spa day. And I love Margaret.
Margaret looks fabulous with her facelift, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
I've been working on Margaret's voice all day, and because you know we know her, and I'm like, Cody, is this right? Is this right? Is this right? He's like, you know, you need like more lockjaw when you talk like her.
Very like, oh, I can't do it.
So Jen is not invited. What else is new? Teresa walks in. Hi guys, where's Jennifer? You know, I texted her before and I said, hey, you coming to the spa day that Margaret's throwing. And then, oopsies, what a coinky dink. I went to see who she sent all the texts to, and then Jennifer wasn't on there. Oh, that's so crazy.
Meanwhile, Tiki Barber's wife is there. I don't even know her name.
Hey, hey.
And I don't even care about her name. Like, unless she's on next season, I don't care about Tiki Barber and his wife. Like,
I don't think Tracy's gonna last. But go ahead. What's up, Holistic?
Hi, everyone. My name's Holistic. Well, it's Steph. Okay, Steph. I want to say hello.
Angry Chihuahua.
That's Bella. She looks scared. She's actually an
Who?
old lady. She's like 13, so she's probably wondering what the hell I'm doing.
You're a little low. Can you make your sound a little higher?
Sure. How do I do that again?
Volume? I don't know. Whichever way you turn the volume up or down.
I can barely get on here, so I'll just
No, you sound maybe just speak a little bit more stronger because you were like a little faint. So
That's
what's up?
easy. I'm Italian. That's easy. I'm Italian. I'll just do
There you go.
again.
So I need a cigarette. We're at an hour and a half, and it's been
Just
fun.
wanted to come up and say hello, and it's been a while, and nice to see your happy face. And
Thank
glad I
you.
caught you guys. Nice to see you, Lily. Nice to meet you as well.
You too.
Lily's doing real good, isn't she? I think everybody should give like some credit to Lily. You know, this is me and Lily's first time doing this solo and having, and I was a little worried because I've tried new people before, and you have somebody behind you. Oh, look at you! Look at you getting water summoned. Look, you have your own Cody. Isn't
How
that
many
cute?
fingers am I holding up?
Talk about service. That's awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
So, what do you think about everything Holistic with Jersey so far?
I've been watching a little bit of Jersey, and it's not too bad. I started watching it because you were like, start watching this, and I'll let the chat be open because I haven't been on lately. So I was like, oh, that's awesome. I'll have to watch. So
Lily likes to drink, so she's with the right people. So go ahead, keep going, Holistic.
That's awesome. Yeah. No, I'm interested to listen to what you guys have to say about all this. I'll just kind of sit back like I do and listen. Yeah. See what's happening.
Yeah. And then I think let's start doing OC.
Oh my God, OC. Can we go back to the Brooks days where Vicky just wanted a casserole and got upset about the family van as she should have been?
Okay, I can't go back to first season OC. That's like 16 years ago.
That was a bullshit van. She should have thrown a fit about that. Like
it's a family van.
It was a minivan. Rightfully so. She threw a fit. And I cannot believe she got fired. Like, she's the OG of the OC.
Well,
like,
she'll be on like the new girls trip with Tamara. I think Tamara's got her orange back. I'm pretty sure. I think. And Tamara needs it. Firing Tamara and Vicky was the worst move that OC ever made because it's been horrendous. Bringing Heather back was good.
From an inside source, I heard from an inside source that Tamara was lobbying very hard to get her job back.
Well, you know what? Easy. Here's what happens. Get rid of Noella, who nobody can fucking stand.
Yes. No.
Have you watched the new ones?
Yes.
Okay, so let's get rid of Noella because she's horrendous. And let's get rid of Dr. Jen because she's also horrendous. Her and her Ryan or her Ryan with his shirt and his no shirt and her jabs and Noella with her husband and Mykonos and she no. Get rid of Noella.
And I used to love Fancy Pants.
Bring back Tamara.
Like, why is Fancy Pants like making poor Gina, who lives in a townhouse, like nothing wrong with the
Gina
townhouse?
hasn't been cutting it either. Like, you know, here's what happened. I know we're digressing now.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. Gina, I used to dislike her. She admitted to her bad hair decisions. Like, she dressed up for that stupid Mad Hatter Tea Party and looked ridiculous. And now she's like admitting that she's like a real person and she has like a very nice apartment and stuff. But then she goes over to Fancy Pants' house and she's like, look at
that was, oh my God, that was amazing. That was fucking
like,
amazing.
You're telling her of all people that, you know, is not going through like, I like Gina. I didn't like her the first season. I also like Emily. Fancy Pants, I used to be a big fan of when she...
See, Fancy Pants doesn't work with... See, here's a problem. Why Heather doesn't work now with these? Because they thought that Gina and Emily were going to be the new Tamara and Vicky. That's what they thought.
Nobody can be the new Tamara.
No. And I you know...
Amigas and Shannon Storms Bedore, you're going to try... No.
Gina is like, I think I'm either a year older than her or like she grew up in the town next to me on Long Island. Like,
but be careful about Gina because she does bring something to the game. Like, she is like, I loved her when she was like, look at my freaking hair that season. And now she's like, just being like, oh my God, like her house is like, she seems like a regular person to me, which actually I don't totally like in a housewife. That's the reason I didn't like Southern Charm Savannah, because it was like watching...
I never got into
Real Housewives of Goodlettsville or something. Like, they were just like regular looking people. Like, I want to watch them being glamorous and stuff. I don't want to watch like the Real Housewives of Smyrna. I want to watch like glamorous people running around doing glamorous things. But Fancy Pants has gotten so... I used to like her uppityness, but...
Because, you know, she's out of her element. And, you know, Shannon's out of her element without Tamara or Vicky. Shannon by herself is horrible. And I love Shannon. But Shannon, without the Trace Amigas,
Fancy Pants was mean to Shannon during the divorce. And David...
Oh, I felt so horrible for Shannon.
Did her dirty. Have you seen the nude photos of David Bedore and his nude?
I posted them.
Filth. And... Shannon does not deserve that.
No, I felt horrible for Shannon. I always like Shannon.
That she pushes with a button and a basketball court. She didn't deserve that from David, and he should have brought all those bottles of wine home.
But Shannon's like not a leader. She's like a follower. Shannon, like, she's part of a pack. She doesn't lead it, you know. And without Vicky and Tamara, Shannon's lost. Then you have Heather Dubrow, who only knows Shannon and nobody else, and you know they had a horrible relationship. You need Vicky and Tamara back, and that's it.
Right now,
what?
Who do you think's Queen Bee on the OC right now?
Heather.
Not what?
Heather. If I had to put that label on somebody, I give it to Heather.
Heather
was on the show before Shannon, and Heather like kind of ran it. So if I had to give it,
classy to do anything like run away from Gretchen in Mexico and try to bang Tamara's son in the bathroom, like,
oh my God!
When he was that episode where they roofied
when he used to be hot before he got like scary looking.
Before he started like.
You all know Tamara's son was hot, and then like I'm like, whoa, what happened?
But remember when they like roofied Gretchen? Like, can you imagine if that happened now? And they're like, oh my God, we're gonna get her so drunk and. Poor Gretchen.
Like the same thing with like
she was in that cab in Mexico, and they just went out and partied without her. Fancy
Candy
never get in a hot tub.
Oh God. All right,
Hated
now we're
Blonde
really
was the last
digressing.
one.
Are we still even talking about Jersey anymore? Did we cover everything on Jersey? So I do want to start doing OC because me and Cody watched like 4 hours of it the other day, and we finally caught up. And now tomorrow's episode of OC looks really good because Gina comes back, like old school Gina Keogh, with her, Shane's the Gina Playboy Gina from like the first 5 seasons, who had like Colton and Shane, the baseball player, her sons.
Who?
Gina, Jeana. Gina was spelled with a J.
Vicky's secretary or something? Like,
No, Gina Keogh.
I don't know. I'm not familiar.
Yes, you do. Think about the first season, the first 5 seasons. Gina,
So
black hair.
it's
her
not
son
even. It can't even go on the full screen. The gates of Cato are opening.
Her son wanted to be a professional baseball player.
The one that's
He's
like
really hot, Shane.
the camera through the drink at.
Hey, that's my husband's
Yes.
name. He's hot. Shane.
And they had the fight at the pool party, and then
Yes, at the pool party. Yes. That's Gina.
I'm not
Yeah.
invested in her really that much. Like,
I mean, this is also going back like 16, 15 years ago, so it might not be fresh on everyone's mind.
like, how dare they fire Vicky? Like, she should just have what is it when you're a teacher for a long time? I'm a little drunk.
Oh, tenure.
Tenure, yeah. She's the OG of the freaking OC. Like, how dare you?
Everyone else is just a copy.
Casserole, and that storyline with Megan King Edmonds, like,
oh, Megan was horrible. Her and her gaudy, awful candles. Please.
And now she's like a member of the cabinet or something. She married Joe Biden's nephew or something, but I think they're already divorced. And she's just a hot mess. Like, she was on TikTok for a minute doing this weird shit, and there's nothing like Vicky and Shannon and Tamra leaving Gretchen in a cab in Mexico and going and buying like blinking light necklaces and partying and giggling about it. Like,
and I know a lot of people don't like Kelly Dodd, but she was great on that show. She
is so politically insensitive.
I know, but she was so great for that show. She, like, God, like when they were at the Quiet Lady. I can never think it's
the
either Quiet Woman, and then like when Shannon and Vicky were going at it, and Vicky's like, "Why don't you try?" Kelly's like, "Why don't you try some hormones?" And Shannon's like, "This is my plate, you fucking bitch!" Like, I mean, that's amazing TV.
It amazes me when these people like Ramona and stuff like mess it up, because why would you wear a hat that you know about the hat she wore or whatever?
It's not my point.
That drunk wives matter. And then
no, Kelly Dodd has definitely not been politically correct at all.
On Twitter that like COVID tests were easy to get when you're rich, and so, like, you're just being, and obviously that is true. Like, things are easier with money. But you're being so insensitive to a lot of the population. Like, why would you do that when you have? It's just stupid and arrogant. Like, that's what I don't like about that. And I loved Kelly Dodd, but I don't like arrogance when people think that they can.
Yeah.
I like Kelly Dodd on OC. I may not agree with stuff that she does offline, but on the show, I like her there.
But you can't, like, people with what she's done offline, they can't have her back. Like, they just can't.
I don't know. Did anybody ever think you'd see Phaedra on Bravo again after what she did to Candy? But here's Phaedra on Girls Trip. Never say never.
Yeah.
Look why Phaedra got fired. Because of the lies she started about Candy. And like,
is she on Girl? I haven't even been watching Girls.
Oh yeah. So season 2 of Girls Trip is you have Brandy Glanville and Taylor from Beverly Hills. Excited about Brandy. Taylor was always a wet blanket, so yawn on
Taylor
that.
Armstrong?
Then you have from Atlanta, you have Phaedra, which I'm excited to see. And then you have Eva, which Eva was kind of like boring, so I'm not really excited to see Eva. Then you have from New York, you have Dorinda, yay. and Jill Zarin, who I know that people don't like Jill Zarin, but I've always loved Jill Zarin, so I'm excited to see Jill again. And
I am a huge Bethany fan. Like whenever I feel like I've donated to charity or done something, it's like Bethany's like, I learned how to fly a helicopter and I'm going to Ukraine. And I
love Bethany.
I love Bethany. Be strong. Like keep going.
Bethany is the epitome of New York, like a New Yorker, and like I relate with her.
I wrote a very embarrassing email to Bethany one time, like when I first started doing. If I can find it, I'll read it out loud one time. And like her assistant just sent back like, no, ma'am. Like it was like I poured my heart on the dance.
But they're not even filming New York now. New York is like on its road to like foreclosure
because of Ramona. And it's like, how do you? Ramona must have done something horrible because
I won't even put the blame on Ramona. I really think it's like Leah and Ebony. I mean, Ramona is like horrible. But Ramona's always been horrible. Ramona's always been Ramona.
Something extremely racist to cancel the NYC reunion. Like that, NYC is like they bring it. Like the Countess, the freaking.
New York hasn't been good since Bethany left. You know, at least when Dorinda was still on, it was okay. But like, you know, then Dorinda was like drunk every second of every day.
Remember when she cut Tinsley the hell out, like on that line?
Oh, when she embarrassed Bethany at 7:00 when Bethany brought.
I love that with Bethany. Like I will always remember that. And she was like, "I would be mad at
good night, Judy.
But you're just a drunk." So I'm mad at you.
Good night, Judy.
When they were on the plane later going to Cuba.
Oh, before the plane, when they went to dinner that night, like they were going to like, was it Haiti or?
Like she was awful, and she was like, "You think these kids are really going to college?" And blah blah blah. And then
Dorinda was like at dinner.
The next morning on the plane.
Well, you know, what kind of
actor? You're a great actor. You really are. You're so funny.
Dorinda. Well, you know, what kind of experts are you guys about, you know, about Louie and Bethany's like, Dorinda, this is their fucking job. Shut up. And then here comes Dorinda. I'm going to leave. I'm being disrespected. And then she gets up, falls down, and stumbles out of the restaurant. And Bethany's like, Dorinda, it's 7:30 at night.
That was another episode. But the next day after that, she gets on Bethany's plane and is expecting this like big confrontation. And Bethany is being very calm, and she was
"You're a drunk."
She said, "If it was anyone else, I would be angry, but you're just a drunk.
You're a drunk." And Dorinda was like, "Yeah," because Bethany kept everybody in check on New York.
What are we gonna do without the Berkshires, though? Like Christmas at the Berkshires, like mention it all, and
we're gonna be in the fish room. You know what's gonna happen? All right, let's try and finish Jersey. We're on New York. Before we get onto another franchise, I think we covered all the franchises here. Okay, so they're back at the spa day. Pretty much.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Meanwhile, back in Bergen, they're at the spa day. It's for Dolores. They all get there. It's kind of boring, and then still, Teresa can't understand why. Hey, Share Bear, why everybody doesn't understand
why everybody hates Louie because he's a weirdo.
You know, and don't forget, you know, Teresa always has someone to do her bidding. It was Danielle. Teresa was the one that set up the whole hair pulling.
Oh my God. I played the question. So I was on Watch What Happens Live. Can I play this? Because
play it. So Lily was on Watch What Happens.
Yeah, go ahead. And this was like a year ago. So remember when was it whoever Danielle yanked the hair?
Margaret.
Yeah. So I called in and I said, I said something. I was like, because Teresa had taken up for her so much, and it was right after the episode where she found out that Danielle threw her under the bus and said like pull the hair or whatever. And I was like, they told me to rephrase my question and that I could go on. And this is what happened. And it was amazing. Like, and it was one of the most exciting things that's ever happened to me. That's really,
Come to Jersey.
not really, but hold on. Where is it? But it was really cool because they were like, well, we're going to let you on, but can you rephrase the question? And I never dreamed I would get through.
What did you tweet to them? And they said, call in?
No, they called the number.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Let's see.
Cody. Lower it a smidge.
And I'm not going to see it. I'm going to do it on my phone because I don't know. Okay, so hold on. No. Hold on. This is actually my friend videotaped this. Hold on.
Do you want hold music? I have it.
No, I have it right here. I'm trying to.
Elevator music?
I do. Ready.
I love your sound effects.
Okay, here we go. Hold on. I'm trying not to.
You look very handsome tonight. I love your hair.
Really? Thank
Yeah.
you.
Looks great. You put gel in it, didn't you?
All that. Hey, LaDonna.
Hi, Teresa. Hi, and you stand is gorgeous. I just have a question. In light of what you know now, do you regret defending Danielle so much this season?
No, because not that I regret it. She was a good friend, you know, while it lasted. And I mean, you have to see how it plays out. And she broke our trust. You know, loyalty was broken. And that's it. And that's why we're not friends anymore.
You will stay tuned and see how that goes.
Yeah.
Good
job, Katie!
Right? Getting through to Teresa.
I couldn't believe they answered the phone and didn't even take long. Like it was like 3 rings and they answered, but I forgot how I phrased it at first, and they were like, would you be willing to ask it this way?
That's impressive. Check your phone. So now all right, so last scene, Jennifer is with her brother Steven, the gay one, and she's talking about him, about the affair, and like my question is, if like none of Jennifer's family knew anything about it, her sisters, her mom, whatever, her friends, her family, her children, whatever, and how did Margaret find out? Like, was it that big of a secret?
Margaret,
that's what I can't figure out.
There, and I don't know why. Like Jen is very angry about it. Like I don't know. Margaret exposed it, and I don't know why, or I don't remember why or what her purpose was, but it hurt Jen a lot. Like she's obviously very angry.
But I am completely on board with how Margaret handled herself. I mean, Margaret's known this for a while, and she's let Jennifer tear down her mom. You're both hookers, Jennifer says. You're both adulterous. I got my good family. I got my 16 bathrooms in where they live.
I mean, and her
they don't live in Bergen.
No one knew about this affair until Margaret. She's furious and humiliated.
So I'm not mad one bit at what Margaret did. I don't know how Margaret held that in and didn't do it sooner. After this woman Jennifer was constantly attacking her.
Reasons, but I understand why Jennifer reacted the way she did. Like she's humiliated, she's angry. Like she never thought this would get out, and I think it was kind of a low blow. I love Margaret, but.
Yeah, I mean, but still, like, Margaret went right to Jennifer. She wasn't Teresa at Evan's party. Hey, Jennifer, did you hear that Evan's giving it to some girl at the gym? No. Again, I mean, yeah, okay. Was Margaret completely right in doing it? No. But, I mean...
But that's her job. Like, she's producing content and stuff. And
yeah, and it's a show. It's a reality show that we're all watching, and everybody wants to keep their jobs at the same time.
And I'm a big believer, like, if you put public stuff out there, like, it's public information. Like, so... But I understand, like, I don't think Jennifer thought that would come out, and I think she's humiliated. I think she's conflicted because of her.
Well, she should be, because she's a big hypocrite. I mean, Margaret's right. She is a hypocrite, casting judgment on everybody else's marriage and their families and this. Meanwhile, your husband was fucking some woman at the club getting bottle service when you're 9 months pregnant.
She's Teresa 10 years ago.
I mean, imagine cheating on your pregnant wife who's about to go into labor, and you're at the club
10 years ago
getting bottle service.
And I'm sorry, and people will probably come at me for this, but I think that sometimes women that marry, like...
I am unsubscribing until you quit with the horrible quality, hibbity, awful for us.
You know who that is.
Ew, testy comic. Ew, hibbity bibbity. I bid you a fond adieu, testy comic. Ew. Ew.
Who was that?
Vaya con Dios.
I love it. Thanks for the laugh. I love it.
Oh my God, because of me. Like, who was that?
Oh, it's just
someone who I've never seen in my lives, not once ever, and someone who I'll probably never ever see again. Oh, hibbity bibbity, bon voyage.
Bibbity bobbly boopla. Like,
oh,
you really got me all sore in the head, testy comic.
the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain.
The rain in Spain falls mostly on the plains.
I didn't hear a word you said. Hippity hoopla.
Hey, Shell.
I just think Jennifer is so embarrassed and so angry and conflicted because she knows that what he did was awful, and she knows she looks dumb, but she has a certain kind of lifestyle. And I think that some women marry into a lifestyle, and I'm not saying it's a bad decision, because, and that might be, people are going to come for me for this, but if you marry into a certain kind of lifestyle and you can buy the house that you want.
Well, as Jennifer says, like, when they first got me, listen, guys, when we first got married, you know, he was a resident, you know, he was still, you know, in med school, and like, we lived in a cramped apartment. Okay. So, you know, it wasn't always about the money for me. I stood around, like, you know, we were poor at one point. Bitch, you were never poor. Come on. With all the money that family has, you were never poor, Jennifer. Not once ever. Nope.
So it's either you stand on your morals and say, this is wrong, I'm not accepting this, or you enjoy your comfortable lifestyle and look the other way. And I'm not judging someone either way, because people can live with what they can live with.
I know, I need my UKK here. You know, the problem with UKK is that, like, you know, she's in the UK, so like she always catches like the replays unless I do day lives. But I love my UKK. Oh, hibbity bibbity UKK. When you're watching tomorrow, hello. So I don't know. I don't feel bad for Jennifer one bit. I don't, and I never will.
I think Jennifer has made her decision to live a
Jennifer, the one who can't keep a maid because she's so demanding, and she goes through maids like or housekeepers or nannies, like a revolving door of people. Like, and during COVID, oh, I don't know what to do. I have all the kids here. I need maids. And I can't keep one. Come on.
But I think some of it, I did not like her the first season, but some of that is because she knows that she's being degraded by her husband and is trying to feel like she's powerful in another way. And when you marry into that kind of wealth, and you don't
But again,
have
he
a
wasn't
job.
wealthy when they married. He was just a
Hold on.
resident. It's like, oh, I'm marrying a doctor. He's still a resident now, but he's going to be a plastic surgeon. Like, okay, so you know that
Okay, but
you're about to get like the lotto.
So she's stuck with him, and they have this house now, and she has nothing. If like what? So it's either I keep this lifestyle and stay comfortable,
Same girl.
with my kids and look the other way and can do what I want, or I can throw a fit and live in a townhouse with Gina. Like,
not Gina. My house may be small. Why am I here? That should be Gina's tagline. My house might be small. Why am I here?
My house that might be small. I will enjoy Fancy Pants' towel warmer.
Like Gina doesn't belong on OC. I'm sorry. Like she should be like on the Real Housewives of like Staten Island.
She should be on Vanderpump Rules as like.
No. Gina's too New York for OC. I never saw Gina as a good. Gina's lucky she had Emily. Gina's lucky she has like that good relationship with Emily, because if she didn't, Gina would have been gone long ago.
Emily looks fantastic, and I'm so sorry about her and Shane. Like, Emily's an amazing woman, I feel like. And
what that Kelly Dodd said seasons ago that because he's a big old gay. Is that what you're talking about? When Kelly Dodd called that? When she called a spade, it's like, oh, your husband's gay.
Like, they literally had to lower the bar. It's not an expression for Shane to pass it. And
thank you.
Emily is amazing. Can we talk about Erica Jane for a minute? How do you feel?
Oh Lord! Oh God! All right, let me refill some wine in my glass. I didn't know we're getting this deep into it, but sure, let's keep going. Why not? Hold on.
Yeah, you're getting up tonight.
I want to learn all about this.
Hold on, guys. Welcome. If he's getting up, I'm going to refill also. Hold on.
Okay.
It's not in the
Ow. It's so nice to see John happy. Hey, guys. And nice
I heard my name. What are you guys talking about?
You're saying nice to see you so happy tonight.
I love Housewives. Like I was telling Lily before that I started out on Twitter many moons ago doing Housewives, and then I just fell into the 90 Day Fiance stuff, and I've never been able to escape it. And as much as I try to run from 90 Day Fiance, I can't. But I guess it's what happens when you sell your soul to the devil. So, and the devil means it. Like next time if the devil comes to you with like a clipboard and a pen that you decide to love,
sometimes it's worth it.
Take it seriously, because he's not fucking around. Okay.
Okay, Erica Jane. What do you feel? How do you feel about her?
I don't like her. I did like her.
I did too.
I feel like she definitely knows a lot more than what's going on. And, but Erica Jane's making Beverly Hills right now. I mean, I
feel like I have mixed feelings. I feel like she knows what she did is awful, like the money from the orphans and the plane crash. But I also...
let me try and do Dorit. Hold on. Oh, God.
PJ!
Wait. Hold on. Wait, I gotta shut the camera off. Wait. Hold on.
Oh my God, hold on. It's okay. It's not really Dorit. Hold on.
Dorit's accent is so hard because her accent's fake. So like it's like trying to like talk like Olivia Newton-John, Mrs. Doubtfire, like my cousin from Connecticut, and all at the same time.
She's like, okay.
But Erica, we're talking about orphans and burn victims. I mean, it's just too much. How, like, what do we say about it? Was that good? Like, I'm trying to like.
That was good.
And I was not a Dorit fan until recently, but I feel like Dorit's in on like how hilarious she is now. And I'm sorry.
I mean, I never really cared for Dorit, and then I thought Denise's last season, which I really liked Dorit because Dorit was the only one that stuck up for Denise. And then, but then this last season, Dorit is so attached to Erica's hip, you know, and Dorit's they're orphans and burn victims, you know, and she's all for it. But then when Erica's in her face, it's like, I can't.
If Erica was in anyone's face, like I would cower down and like put on a helmet. Like I'm scared of her too. Like she's very scary. Like with that face that she does, like don't fucking talk to. Well, I'm sorry. Like she does that. Like don't you do that?
No, Erica. Here's Erica.
Like that dude.
No, so what? Here's Erica. So what? What are you gonna do? So what? Don't do. You'll be sorry. Like, come on, Erica. When Erica was attacking Sutton, like
Sutton, I feel like is going to be the next LVP.
When she was and Sutton's like, "What are y'all talking about? I'm just talking. I read that L.I. Thames article. I read it twice. You know, I'm not trying to say nothing, but that's it." And Erica, oh, if you come for me again, I'm gonna get you. Listen, and if I was Sutton, I'd be like, okay, bitch, and with what money? You gonna come after me?
Oh my God, this is a whole different like episode. But I feel like Sutton is the new queen because she has the breeding, she has the money. Like, what is it, Christian Dior? So like, I forgot what it is. Like, they shut down the store for her. Like, that's old money, and like it's no comparison for Erica Jane's doo-doo now. And I love Erica Jane. Like,
what leg does Erica have to stand on when she's threatening, come for me again and I'm gonna get you? So what? And what are you gonna do? I'd be like, bitch, what are you gonna do? You got 8 million lawsuits. You ain't getting a dime from nobody. And now you can't even afford to keep your rented house that you rented.
I adore Sutton. She's the new Kyle Richards will never be the queen. Because she will always be, and Kelly and I argue about that. My friend, she will never be the queen. She will always be the sidekick. But Sutton will be the queen because she has the, like, she will not arch an eyebrow and she will read you for effing filth. And she has the money, the resources, I forgot what store it is that like shuts down for her. And like,
but what about Erica's stories? Yeah, and then Tom got robbed. See, there was a robbery at Tom's house, and then you know what happened was that the burglar came, and then the burglar came to Tom's house, and then Tom had to confront the burglar because he's 85 and he's senile, but he still took the burglar head on, and then the burglar got glaucoma, and then Tom had to take the burglar to the hospital to get him glaucoma surgery because Tom's so giving. And then at the same time, my son went to the house, and then he tried to get the burglar, but then my son flipped his car six times over in Pasadena because it was snowing, and I have a lot going on. So yeah.
So I feel like Erica Jane, like she reminds me of like, I love rap music. Like she reminds me of like a masterpiece song.
You laugh
afterwards. Like she has the keys to the state. She's not saying shit. She has the codes to the Swiss bank account. She's doing what is smart and being like, she's gonna hold it down.
So he just walked out laughing because he's on the phone in the bedroom laughing at my Erica.
She's just gangster boo. And I respect her a little bit I respect her a lot for that. Like Erica looks out for number one. And she's saying like she's
I love you too.
She's a lot of things, but she's not dumb.
And not dumb. And then, well, you know, there was an accident. See, I didn't know, but I was home. I was sleeping. I didn't hear from Tom. And then what happened was that, during there's a house, and then, there's a switchback, and then Tom, and then
What happened was
there's a road behind the house, and there's a switchback, and Tom went flying off the edge, and I didn't know where Tom was, and I was waiting 12 hours for Tom, and then finally I hear from him that the car's dangling in a tree, his ankle's out there, he's in a ditch. I go, Tom, where are you? He goes, I'm in a ditch. And I had to take him in, and there's no, he couldn't get surgery because he's so old, and I couldn't put him under.
Or you should be terrified of him because he's this like genius lawyer. So Erica is a lot of things, but dumb is not one of, like, she's got 99 problems, but a dumb bitch ain't one. Like, she has the keys to the safe, to the bank accounts. She's holding it down like a gangster. Like, she is. In my opinion.
That's awesome.
See, I told you all I love Housewives. I could do this all night. I could do this all night, every night. I love Housewives.
You guys work good together. She's explaining the story. You're acting it out. I don't even have to watch the show.
I mean, I could put my blonde wig on right now and be Erica even more. If I want. I mean, I can do it. I have like 40 wigs in my bedroom, so I can make this. I could do this every goddamn day. But
yeah, you guys make a good team.
We'll see. I love it. I'm. This is really good. I'm so happy to have Lily as part of the team. You're good.
Me too. And thank you for how kind you've been to me. And we're not gonna like none of that. But I've had so much fun. Like I could talk housewives, and I love like this, like housewives. Like I could teach a class. Like there's a whole psychology.
Okay, well, can everybody tell their friends about Artie's Great Housewives Lives and have more people watch us? Can we get?
Yeah.
Everybody go on social media and go on Facebook and go on Twitter and Instagram and say, everybody watch this live. It's so great. Let's get more people here.
Nobody to F with either. Like I am here for Salt Lake.
Do me a favor, everybody. Use the link and say, watch this. Because God, if I can get away from TLC, if I can escape, I feel like I'm in Ben's like cult, his Baptist cult, and I'm like waiting. Like I'm waiting for someone to fall asleep and like open the door and just run out. It's like Escaping Polygamy. Remember that show? Like we
from each franchise, pick a favorite.
Wait, what?
From each franchise, pick a favorite.
Oh God.
Or pick a favorite.
All right, it's easy. Does that have to be a current housewife or current? And I'll do current and favorite. Okay.
Just from each franchise, doesn't have to be current favorite.
New York, it's always going to be Bethany.
Yes, Bethany.
Right now, Sonia, because she's it.
I love me some Sonia.
For Jersey, Margaret. But I miss.
Hold on, Kelly's here. Can we get an interjection from Kelly?
Yeah.
Why do you disagree with Margaret?
Well, okay, I have two for Jersey. Caroline and Margaret.
Caroline, like that's with the helmet?
Caroline Manzo.
With the helmet hair. She's your favorite.
Oh my God, Caroline was great. I also like Jacqueline.
I like her. I like her. I didn't like her. Like they have to have style and. Okay, so what about OC?
Atlanta will always be Kenya.
Okay, I'm thinking. Nene has gone on my nerves. She got on my nerves specifically when she played like Cinderella or whatever she did on Broadway, and okay, what are the other ones?
Potomac, Karen.
Oh, Giselle for sure. Potomac.
Oh, like, the one that can't dress, really? Giselle?
One that's like a goddess, like to look at, and it doesn't matter that she can't dress because she looks amazing.
I'll pick the Grand Dame Karen, sweetheart, for Potomac.
Have you smelled her fragrance?
No. And
me either, and I've not heard good things.
Why does it smell like a niece and niece? Is it like white diamonds? Like what does it smell like?
It's like Chanel number. I haven't smelled it. Okay.
Is Karen like, these have always brought me luck? Remember those the White Diamonds commercials?
And
from
remember
back in the
when
day?
she like had that fundraiser when it's like, where are the fun? Like, okay, so Potomac, Salt Lake favorite.
Okay, I don't watch Salt Lake.
Shut that, John. Okay, we're gonna have to pull an all-nighter.
I don't. I try. I watched a few here and there. Like Salt Lake, I could
resisted for a while. It's amazing.
I
You-
could never get into it. Like I
Don't
couldn't get into
do an
Potomac for a
all-nighter.
long
I
time.
agree, Lily.
You should be whipped right now. Like
Listen. I tried. You know,
You
like
did
I couldn't get into Potomac either. And then Monica actually told me. Monica's like, John, you need to watch Potomac. It's the best. And then yeah, now I like Potomac, but I didn't watch Potomac. I didn't watch Dallas, and I didn't watch Salt Lake City.
Have you ever watched a Housewives you didn't like?
Huh?
Have you ever watched a Housewives you didn't like?
Yeah, but well, Dallas was horrendous.
Dallas was amazing with Leanne Loughlin.
I do like Leanne, but
I did until she fucked up. But she was good entertainment. Did you know Jen Shaw at a party wore Beyonce's like formation Super Bowl outfit, and then they had like a dance off?
Oh, was that from like her Ponzi scheme? That was she able to afford it?
Yeah, and she bought Beyonce's formation outfit, and then she and Whitney had like it's amazing. Like it was a slow roll to get into.
Okay.
But
Also, I never watched Miami
they're
either.
all like Mormon royalty, which is amazing to me. Like I like hearing the history of it and stuff. Like,
But don't forget, like I have like a lot of. I can't watch. You know, mainly I had to cover 90 Day, and there's over 40 spinoffs. So that takes up most of my time.
She got arrested on the bus on like the.
My shows for Housewives has always been New York, New Jersey, OC, and my favorite from OC would be that's a rough one. That is a tough one. It's gotta be Vicky.
Vicky has brought it. Remember,
it's gotta be Vicky.
On the car with like her face wrapped up, like Vicky, if she wanted.
Oh, when she came out. Or what about when they were like in like where were they like when they brought in the stretcher down the stairs when they made the casserole for her?
When her mother died and she like collapsed on the counter. Like Vicky has brought it. Like they had no right like to fire her. Like she's the OG. And
Beverly Hills is like where I'm trying to have like because Beverly Hills is a rough one. I have like
Beverly Hills. Lisa Vanderpump was my favorite. I feel a little bit guilty because I ruined my favorite show.
And I've watched. I don't know. Beverly Hills is tough because I like them. It's like I love Kyle, but I don't like Kyle anymore. Like I do, but like she's annoying.
I feel bad that Kyle's hands got
Kyle.
You remember
Kyle? They're orphans and bad victims.
Kyle is and then her sister. So I think it says a lot that Kathy Hilton takes Kim Richards' side that has been caught shoplifting shit from Target. Like, and she's.
And why did anybody ever ask Kim, girl, why were you stealing $500 worth of children's toys at Target when
why did Kathy Hilton take her side over Kyle Richards?
Well, Kathy was mad because Mauricio ran off with half of Rick's clients and started the agency.
And let's not forget who stole Kim Richards' house.
Did you not know that?
No, that was my favorite. Like you stole my GD house. Like that was authentic and amazing.
You didn't know why Kathy stopped talking to Kyle and why she was disinvited from Nikki's wedding until the last second? Because Mauricio allegedly, because Rick Hilton and Mauricio were working together, Mauricio started the agency and took like half of Rick's clients, and that's why Kathy stopped talking to Kyle for all those years.
I just think it says something, and I think that Kathy coming on there now and being like, who is, what did she say? Like, who is something like, I forgot what it was.
I
Like,
liked Brandy in the beginning, but then Brandy was like,
Brandy got
it's
too much. And you don't go up against LVP if you're Brandy Glanville. Like, you just don't. Like,
I can't figure out who my favorite from Beverly Hills is because it's been like
my favorite of all time was LVP, and then
you know who I hated in the beginning? Yolanda. I'm like, oh, here, and I thought Yolanda was
her
so
refrigerator
stuck
was
up.
amazing.
I thought she was so stuck up in the beginning and like, uppity with her like, indoor refrigerator and her Malibu compound and then
And how bad can Lyme disease really be? Like, you had
as the seasons progressed, like I really loved Yolanda. Like she surprised me.
as the seasons progressed, I disliked her more because it was like, get a shot or so. Like, I'm sorry if anyone has struggled with Lyme disease, like I feel like I'm not gonna anymore. I feel
Kathy
like
didn't promote Paris. She doesn't. Yeah, I believe that too. Like I don't think that Kathy will ever fully forgive Kyle for what she did. And
I don't know. Like Kyle,
but
have you seen like Kyle call into the house and the housekeeper's like, "Who is this?"
No, Miss Kathy here. No, Miss Kathy Aki. What's her name? Oh, the woman. Remember that? When she forgot her phone or her bag, Kathy, and Kyle's like, well, let me call the house. What's your house? And Kathy's like, well, what's her name? It's the woman. The help.
And
Kathy, she wouldn't give her name.
Kathy could be the queen of Beverly Hills, but she doesn't want it. Like, she doesn't want to put that much effort into it. Sutton will be the new LVP. I'm stating that now. Mark my words.
If I had to pick somebody from Beverly Hills,
what is that store that closes down for her that has like crystals like that's, and she does it all, like she'll be the new LVP. Kyle,
I think I'd have to pick LVP.
Huh?
I think I'd have to pick LVP.
Right.
But LVP is like, she gets caught. LVP is not as innocent. It was
obviously not, but she's
it was Pandora that told Page 6 about the Puppygate, right? It was Pandora that leaked that. Lisa was like, it wasn't me. It was Dorit. Oh, it came from Lisa's camp.
And it was also me that leaked the Faith Towers interview and took down my favorite show, which was stupid. And I love Lisa Vanderpump. Like, I love her. Like, can't get enough of her. And if you look at pictures of her, like when she was younger, and like she's gorgeous and she's fabulous and classy. And Sutton has that same thing, like with that. And maybe I'm partial to the Southern accent because like she's classy. Sutton's going to be the new queen bee if she wants it.
I'm going to get Sutton, guys. Wait for it, guys. One day when Sutton comes home, there's going to be a switchback. And then she's going to turn the wrong way on the switchback. And then her car is going to drive into a tree and she's be hanging from it. And then a burglar is going to come and take a bag. And then Sutton's going to call me for help. I'm going to say, no, I'm busy because I got a lot going on.
With my doo-doo nail that Sutton.
But I cannot believe we're over 2 hours. I don't think I've had a Housewives Live ever go this long. So this is good. I like this. I like this a whole lot. I really do. This was a great. All right. So if you're not a member and you would like to be a member, hit the join button next to the subscribe button on my main page. I will always keep my Housewives Lives open for everybody. So, but if you be a member and have access to the other things I do on the after shows and whatever.
Can we do this like once a week? Like, it's so much fun. Like, I can get
duh.
Of Housewives. Like,
I mean, it's on every week. So yes, I thought that was assumed.
I love it.
I thought that was assumed that it's not. Did you think this like a one-time thing?
Maybe I don't know. Well, yeah.
Well, if you did, you got an A+, so you're good. You passed the test. You passed the ritual. Now all you have to do is go out onto your front yard and spread your legs, and we're gonna have people
Show
drive
how many
bicycles.
fingers I've
We're gonna have people drive bicycles into your crotch for the final initiation, and then you're good.
Oh my God.
I have to say 3 pale Lisa Vanderpumps and
Say, ew, hibbity bibbity pinko, te amo. Me too.
blah, 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 bibby, blah, blah.
So this was a lot of fun. Thank you guys. I mean, both lives tonight were great. And this is what I love doing. So
Maybe next time we'll cover what happened on New Jersey.
I know you're going. When
I'm going
next
on
week.
vacation tomorrow.
Okay, I didn't want to say that because I didn't want to I didn't, But when you get back, I want
My
to.
friend has like a. She's so bougie. Like we have a camera that can go underwater, so we'll be like live streaming snorkeling and going to island. Like I don't know. It'll be fun for us. I don't know if you guys will want to watch.
Oh my God, Nat! This was an amazing live, and you just got here. I'm so sorry. We're about to end
This is
it.
the one that asked me one time why I don't always draw my eyebrows on. Because it's hard work, Natalie, and my eyebrows are naturally blonde. But I love you anyway. You've been very nice to me since then.
But when you get back, let's we're gonna do let's start doing OC.
Mm-hmm.
And all the other ones. Fuck it. I love Housewives way more than I love 90 Day.
Did you look at that text I sent you this morning?
Yeah. I saw it. I'll talk to you about it.
We'll talk about it later.
Not live. But I think we're good. I mean, I don't think I've ever done a 2-hour Housewife live, so I like this. So, guys, I love you all. Thank you so much. Tomorrow, we're going to just reverb.
What season are you watching on Housewives?
Which franchise, Alyssa?
Pardon?
Which season of what?
Of Housewives.
Which one?
Well,
OC, and
it's on right now. The new season's on now.
John, you need to staple your eyeballs open and watch Salt Lake City until I can't believe you're not watching. And I resisted it too.
There's not enough time in the day for me to cover everything. There's just one of me. Like I can't. I wish I could.
Roll because Kelly, do you like Salt Lake City?
Yes. And once you meet Mary, you'll just love.
Hard to do.
I will try. I can't promise you anything. I will try. I will try, guys. I will try. I will
try. You're gonna love it. Like get through one episode. I have to fight with you about this. Like, if you don't want to enjoy entertainment, like that's your fault. Like,
oh, okay. Oh,
like if you don't want quality entertainment and you don't want amazing content, like
tell them, Mary.
No, I did watch the first couple of episodes of Salt Lake City.
It's
this season. Roll. The first episode was great when they showed Jen on the bus and she had to leave because the feds were on their way, but then it
started about
a lot of other things happened,
season
and then it got away from me.
Like it's amazing.
It got away from me, and there's so many shows that people want me to watch and talk about, and I can't get to it.
Did not like name one that you did not like.
Oh, from each housewife?
No, name a housewife franchise you did not like.
Dallas.
You didn't like Dallas?
No. Miami.
Well, Miami was trash, obviously, but Dallas, you didn't like
Dallas, Miami, and then used to be Potomac. I wasn't into Potomac, and then Monica said, "No, you need to watch this show. It's better than Atlanta." And I said, "Fine," and then she was right. So I like Potomac now, but Dallas
is amazing.
Because my two favorite shows were, thank you, Natalie. My two favorite franchises were always Jersey and Atlanta. Those are my two favorites because I love.
My favorites were New York has always been up there. And
it wasn't until Bethany left.
Yeah, Bethany is a force. Like
Well, at least someone's on my side. Thank you, Fancy
Bethany if I
Peas.
had to. Like I love Bethany. Like I can't get enough of Bethany.
I it just there's so much whatever. But I promise I will.
Salt Lake is good.
Do I have to watch like the whole first season of Salt Lake?
Yeah, start about like mid season 1 to get like the back. Start season 2 and all you need to know.
I'm gonna have to start from the beginning because then I'm not gonna understand things.
It's a
I
big
have to start
deal.
from
They're
scratch.
like thinning now, and they were all related to like Brigham Young and whoever founded the Mormon Church. And so
Was that Mary?
All of them. Mary has a cult.
Oh yeah, she's the one that like married her step granddad.
Yes, but
now Mary's off the show.
Her grandmother left that in the will so that she would inherit the church, and it's good. Like there's incest, there's money.
I just couldn't imagine being penetrated by the same dick that was inside my grandma. Like, I don't know. That doesn't seem right to me.
I mean, what else on the Housewives doesn't seem right to you? Like,
I mean, that seems really wrong.
Are we
I
being
don't know.
judgy now? Like,
that sounds like they should be like on some type of like polygamy show. Like,
I mean, come down on your and join the rest of us down here and watch Salt Lake. Like, it's amazing.
Like, I don't know. Oh, that's the same dick that fucked my grandma. Okay, sure, put it in me. Like,
oh, you're too good for that. But then, like,
I'm too good for that. So you're fine with it then? Like, okay.
I mean, I'm not. So you're fine with let's see, with Brooks faking cancer and all that stuff. Like, just
no.
You will like it.
I'm just saying it's super weird. But Mary's not on the show anymore, and I know that
she used to go on the reunion.
What?
She didn't go in the reunion.
Well, that means you're fired.
Yeah, but I don't think she cares because she has her own cult, and that's
and a lot of money. I mean, she wouldn't have married the step grandfather.
You sound awfully interested for someone who doesn't watch it,
honey. Just because I don't watch it doesn't mean I don't know what's going on.
You should watch it. It's good. Why are you denying yourself joy?
Like my best friend's Monica, who is like the housewife specialist. You don't think I don't know what's going on? Like I'm like it keeps me like I know what's going on in the background. I just don't have time to watch everything.
Good? You don't trust Monica?
No, I do, but I don't have to. Ask Monica. Like
you don't think it's going to be entertainment?
Like shows.
You're wrong.
It's a lot of ground.
It's a little what?
It's a lot of ground to cover.
It's 2 seasons.
Huh?
It's 2 seasons. New Jersey.
And then add the 40 seasons of 90 Day Fiance I have to cover, and add the other franchises of Bravo that I have to cover, and then add Sister Wives and Seeking Sister Wives and whatever dumb shit I might talk about here and there. It's a lot. It's a lot.
If you want to deny yourself entertainment, that's on you.
Okay, I will. Okay, fine. I will watch Salt Lake City. God.
If you want to deny yourself a Brooks Marks jumpsuit that they're all wearing, and
I am all knowing. I'm like Jesus.
I will watch it too. Sounds like it's good.
Brooks
all right, everyone's homework assignment, guys. I'll be more guys. Watch Salt Lake City. It's fabulous. Just watch it. It's great. It's entertainment, and you're good. It's like eating a frankfurter. I'm just gonna have this frankfurter. I'm gonna have this frankfurter. I'm gonna put some mustard on it. It's great.
And I admit it's a slow roll because I'm like, what are they doing? Like snowmobiling? Like I don't like the snow, but like then they're all in. It gets amazing. It gets good.
I don't know. It's like I'll just shut up. Never mind. I'm not going to say what you're talking. I'll get in trouble. I'm not going to say anything.
I don't want to get ugly here. I don't want us to have like a conflict, but
please don't.
Give it 3. Start at like halfway through season 1 and give it 3 episodes.
Fine, I will watch Salt Lake City. I will watch it. I promise.
And we'll
by the time you get back, I will be.
If you don't like it, what do you want me to do?
By the time you get back from vacation, I will be more
If you
Well,
don't like it, what we'll have a bet. If you don't like it, what will I do?
Let me think. Let me think on that.
Okay. You'll love it. It's great.
Yeah, I will try. I will try. I will watch it. But like you know, when you know the stuff in the background, like I'm like, do I really need to watch it? I know what Jen Shaw is going through. I know that Mary's off the show. I know that Jenny Wynn got fired. I know the stuff. Like so, like I feel like I don't have to watch it.
You need to do algebra or something like
Algebra. I haven't done algebra since ninth grade.
like, or forcing you to do your multiplication tables, like you know,
like SOHCAHTOA, like the what's that called? The quadratic formula, like all that stuff.
I don't know what that is. But like you're acting like it's a punishment, like it's a great thing.
It's not a punishment. It's just like on my list of priorities on shows that I need to watch and cover. Salt Lake City falls. If like Louie had a scroll of all the things that I need to watch, and Louie rolled it out to me, like Salt Lake City would be on the bottom of it. Like, but it's not because it just I have more priorities, and you know I have to.
You're gonna be jealous when I get my Brooks Marks jumpsuit or tracksuit, and I'm in here and you don't have one because you don't know what it is because he was at Fashion Week because his mom got him there, and it's amazing. And Jen Shaw like outed him on Twitter. It's so good. And Jen, oh my God, like nobody throws a party like a Jen Shaw party because a Jen Shaw party don't stop.
Right? Everyone's saying like you're very persuasive, Lily. Wait, twisting my arm.
Dude, I want to watch it down. Like I gotta watch it.
I do tend to like. If I get a little drunk, I do tend to like repeat myself. So I'm sorry. I would love it if you would watch it.
You're going on vacation tomorrow. Enjoy yourself.
I apologize for my obnoxiousness.
You're not obnoxious, and nor do you have to apologize. We're all having fun. Just stop. We're good. But I do want to end this, not because of any other reason. We're almost at 2.5 hours for a Housewives Live, which usually like run like way less than that. So let's leave it at that. You have yourself a wonderful vacation. Guys in the chat, thank you so much for being with me. I don't know, we were live at 7 and again now. So thanks for watching. And please tell your friends about our Housewives Lives and say, hey, come over and watch. Guys, watch John Yates. He's fabulous. He loves Frankfurters just like I do.
He doesn't like Salt Lake City.
Plane crash victims, orphans, like PK, like Boy George doesn't even understand it. That one's better. Sorry, I really have to hone into it. I had to like breathe it in my soul.
You do a really good Dorit. Like that's a very good Dorit.
It's hard to go from voice to voice to voice to voice to voice.
Yeah.
So I'm trying, but this is a blast. I had so much fun tonight.
Me too.
I love Housewives. I love you guys. This has been a blast. Have a wonderful time, sweetheart. You enjoy your vacation. We'll be back. I think me and Maria will be back tomorrow to do we'll do tomorrow. No, sorry, I gotta go. And that's it. So thank you, Holistic. Thank you, Lily.
Thank you.
And then next week we'll have Lily on again for Jersey and OC. So we're gonna start doing OC.
Nice. Okay.
All right. So there we go. All right, guys. Have a great night. Much love to everybody. No after shows. I'm wiped. We'll do an after show tomorrow. Okay. So good night, everybody.